Growing up, fitness always came really easy to me. I was in gymnastics, I was doing tennis, I was doing loads of sports, and as a kid, obviously I'm not super concerned about my overall fitness. I'm more concerned about playing on the playground. But having my dad in my life, who is a fitness coach and a personal trainer at the time, when I did start getting into working out, it was super easy. So for plenty of years, I was working out with him and my brother, and then as I got a little bit older, I realized I'm a woman and I'm working out with these two guys and I don't think this is working for anymore. So I started working out on my own with little to no direction. I would do just random workouts I would see on TikTok, on Pinterest, and I didn't really have any progressive overload and I didn't see any change. So until about 3 years ago, I set up a system, not just like some random TikTok, Instagram workouts that I was telling you about, an actual system that can get me from point A to point B, which at the end of the day, there is no really point A and point B. It's a lifestyle. What I'm doing now is what I'm doing every single week to progressively over time get stronger, get leaner, get better as a person and who I am, and feel my best and have fun, most importantly. Because the best workout plan is one that you can stick to and one that you enjoy. If it's a workout plan that you don't enjoy and don't love, you're gonna quit. So I start my workouts on Monday. I'm just going to go from Monday to Sunday rather than Sunday to Monday. But the way that I do my workouts on Monday is I work early in the mornings on Monday. So I'm not working out before I go to work because I just need my sleep. I love my sleep. I love sleeping in just a little bit, and I like to have that little bit of usable time before work to just get ready, eat my breakfast. So after work, I will go to the gym, and the gym is about 2-minute drive from where I work, and Mondays is where I prioritize upper body. So upper body meaning back and biceps. That's what I prioritize on Mondays. And every single workout that I do, I add this, I'm doing abs and cardio at the end of it. So for my upper body workouts on Mondays, I'm doing a variation of pull-ups, lat pull-downs, and I'll alternate between the types of grips that I'm doing just to not only be able to fit all the muscle groups that I'm working on my back, but also just to get that variation to make like every single time I go to the gym more fun. And while I do prioritize biceps and back, I do incorporate a little bit of push-ups. So ultimately what my Monday workouts are looking like is lat pull downs, pull-ups. I'm doing bicep curls. I like doing bicep curl to overhead, and here is my stats as of right now. I have not been lifting in the past 2 days because I'm not feeling too well. And then just a variation of that, I'm also doing push-ups at the end of my session. I know that's more chest, and I do more chest on Wednesdays. We'll get onto that soon. But just having that whole variation and progressively over time, I use an app. It's called Heavy, and it's helped so much tracking my stats. And after my workout, that workout with back and biceps takes about 45 or so minutes, depending on the day or how long I'm there for. In between sets, if I see somebody I know or something, I'll do about 30 minutes of incline walking. And during this time, I'm going through my phone and I'm deleting photos. So not only am I, getting my steps in, I'm also improving my cellular device status because it's bad. I have like 200,000 photos combined. So, and on top of not only getting my steps in while working out, throughout the day, I have a little walking pad over there that I like to walk while doing work, or I'll go take my dogs for a walk, which is always super important just to have that activity throughout the day. And so Tuesday I also work in the morning, so after work I'll go in, and by this point, because my job, I work at Stretch Zone, it's pretty physically demanding, I am a little bit tired. So my arms, I don't need to work out with my arms as much because a lot of what I'm doing being a stretch practitioner is pulling, pushing, just working with another human. It's like I'm using arms all day, so I don't do it nearly as much. But as for legs, on Tuesdays, I'm more glute focused. So I go in there, I'll do my 5 minutes of Stairmaster just to warm up. I will stretch after sessions and a little bit before. I try not to stretch too much before because I've heard stuff about like injuries and all that. But I'll do my 5 minutes of Stairmaster, I'll have my music on, and then I'll go into glute drive hip thrust. So hip thrust, right now I think I'm doing like 160, 180 pounds, but I actually did 200 the other day because I had taken a break for a week and my body fully had time to recover. So I don't think taking breaks from the gym is a bad thing as long as you're getting in. You might actually see real progress that way because your body has time to fully recover. So I'll do that, and then I'll do leg press. I have been doing a lot more machines lately. I did dabble for a long time with Olympic powerlifting, you know, deadlifts, squats and stuff, but I've really just been messing around with machines, and I found that leg press has been really enjoyable for me. We have like the decline one and just the flat one, and that it's been really great. I do get a little nervous on it sometimes because I've seen like the videos of the people's like knees turning inwards. That is my cat. Nina, what are you doing? And after that, while my workout is more glute focused, I do a little bit of quads. I'm doing some goblet squats, and I'm doing it on an incline. Just like it's a slight one, like I'll either be on my toes to kind of like get some balance, or I'll put a plate under my foot, and it really feels it in my quads. But, oh, Nina, stop it. And then as for what else I'm doing with glutes, I'll do step-ups, Bulgarian split squats, which I do not like Bulgarian split squats, but you really feel it in the glutes. And legs, glutes, and then after that, I'll be doing my abs. So what I've been doing lately for abs is cable crunches, where you like have the cable and you're crunching it over, really engaging your back, and that motion has really been feeling it a lot in my core, and it hurts to laugh after working out often. I'm doing dead bugs, which dead bugs for a while I was feeling a lot in my hips, and then I realized I'm not engaging my core, so I was like having popping in my hips. I'm like, what's going on here? So I really just act like I'm taking a poop. I'm just sucking it all in and just tightening everything there, and I've been feeling it a lot in my core. And also what I'm doing is captain's chair knee ups. So with the little, what's it called? The bubble thing that you lean your back on and drive your knees up. That's what I've been doing, and I've been feeling that a lot in my lower part of my core, which is really hard to build, especially with like a lot of the ab exercises that people are traditionally doing. It's really a lot more that upper part of your abs. So that one I find very important, and I'll do a variation between knees bent, knees straight. I'll do like 1 rep up with the knees, 1 rep up with the toes. And then after that, of course, I'm doing my 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. Depending on what day it is, I might do 20 minutes, even I might do 45 minutes. It just depends on how tired I am, and you really got to listen to your body at this point, but I do try to prioritize every single time getting a little bit of cardio in. Now, as for Wednesday, I have my boyfriend over, and when we do work out, him and I, sometimes Wednesdays is a rest day for me, which rest days for me is just stretching, getting my steps in, you know, active recovery, maybe doing some yoga. I just pull up a YouTube video, to be honest, but when I am with my boyfriend, we'll usually do chest. He will usually do chest, that is, and I'll just copy whatever he's doing. At this time of the week, I'm not exactly like too worried about the progression and stuff. I don't prioritize too much my chest muscles. I do that a lot when I'm doing push-ups, but I'm not like actively doing chest press and stuff as of right now, which I will over time start integrating more as I do more powerlifting and stuff like that. And but as of right now, I'm just doing a lot of dead weights, like dumbbells, and with the goblet squats doing the kettlebells and stuff. But with my boyfriend, I'll just do whatever he's doing. He does have a back injury, so it depends on how he's feeling that week, if I work out with him that day. And if not, like I said, my job, being a stretch practitioner, it's very hands-on, and I'm burning hundreds of calories at work, not only just, you know, doing the stretching and stuff, but, you know, cleaning afterward, vacuuming, getting my steps in throughout that. And yeah, and then Thursday I have school, and then I have work. So this day is very complicated. So usually after this day, I'll go to the gym and do like a 30-minute leg workout. This one I will do more quad focused. So that's like, what are those called? The leg extension, and the one for the hamstrings, and then the one for the quads too. I'll do like adductors and abductors this day too. They're a little bit easier to do than like heavy stuff like glute drive and leg press. So on a day like that where I have school and then work and homework and stuff, I will do a little bit less that day. And then because that day I'm not really on my feet as much at school, I will get my cardio in afterward. Either I come home and shower and get my steps in on my walking pad while watching like YouTube or maybe a show or reading. That's kind of just what I use Thursdays for. And now going on for Fridays, I find that on Fridays I'm doing kind of like a whole body. Whatever I don't do as much on Wednesday or Thursday, because I know those days are pretty busy for me, being with my boyfriend, work, school. whatever I don't really hit on those days, I will integrate into my Fridays. So whether that's chest, I'll do like a little, you know what I've actually been doing lately? I've been doing push-ups and pull-ups to failure every day. So outside of the gym, just on my floor or in my pull-up bar on my door frame, I'll do my push-ups and pull-ups to failure. So I'll do that in the gym sometimes too, and I'll get my cardio in. I don't love doing Stairmaster, but I'll do it on Tuesdays often. But Friday, I usually find it's just like a whole body thing. I'll just hit the areas I didn't hit as much throughout the week. Of course, tracking them, getting that progressive overload, because over time, if you're not adding more weights or more reps, you are going to stay stagnant. And I find also on days where I'm extra busy, like Thursdays with school and work, I am packing lunch. I'm packing my fruits, my sweet potato, my beef. So before I'm working out, I don't feel like, oh, I don't have food, I don't really want to buy anything, so I'll just go home. Sometimes that does happen sometimes. If I'm being lazy and I don't want to pack my lunch, that is what will happen. I will get a Chipotle bowl sometimes though, and that helps fuel my workout a ton, but I find that on busy days, packing pre-workout or just lunch or dinner in advance makes it so much easier to work out even when I don't feel like it. Now, you don't want a big, heavy, bulky meal before working out, or else you're going to be sluggish and not feel as good and you might throw up. But regardless, I try fueling my workouts with fruits like apple or banana, or if I'm getting Chipotle, I'll get like a chicken and rice bowl with like lettuce and fajitas and salsa. Having like that more carbs in that before working out, I find it makes it so much easier. I feel so much more energized. And also electrolytes. I love the Body Armor Light electrolytes, the peach mango, I think that's what it is. That one is so good, and it keeps me feeling so good at work too, because I'm getting fueled and stuff during my sessions with my clients. And as for just like what I'm doing outside of the gym too, obviously prioritizing my steps, that is not only helping with fat loss, that just helps with overall well-being. When you're walking and you're getting like the endorphins from that, you are in a better state of mind, and it's going to help with your digestion too. Just walking for like 10 minutes after eating a meal helps with your insulin sensitivity, and I found that after doing that after meals, I don't feel as sluggish, I don't feel as heavy, and I don't feel like I have cravings as quickly as for if I were to just sit down and do nothing after a meal. And in the mornings as well, I am doing a little bit of active stretching. I do have a little routine. It's what's it called? Yoga something. Salutations. Something salutations, but I'm doing butterfly up, butterfly down, I'm doing my twists, I'm getting my arm behind my head, getting these triceps, and I'm doing just like getting myself ready for the day. And I wouldn't exactly call that a workout. I don't enjoy exactly stretching before my workouts and stuff, just as like, I'll do a little bit, of course, but I find when I stretch in the mornings, I don't need to stretch as much before working out. With stretching before workouts, while for some of them it may be good, it might also lead you to be more at risk as for injuries. And like I kind of mentioned earlier, my job at Stretchstone is pretty physically demanding, so there is going to be days where I have 8 clients back to back, and I'm like, okay, I'm not hitting arms today. I already have hit arms for 3 hours straight. I am not doing that. But when it comes to days like that, yeah, no, I'll just get my active recovery in, I'll get my steps in. At the end of the day, if you're showing up and getting that resistance training and seeing progress over time, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, especially if you're coming from a place that's from the absolute polar opposite. Now, I have been working out for a long time, so I don't have as much wiggle room for stuff like that, but I do give myself grace for just knowing my lifestyle and knowing my job, of course. This is my shirt, by the way. This is my granddad's. He gave it to me. I'm 17, by the way. But no, yeah. At the end of the day, whatever system works best for you and that's you're seeing progress with over time, that's going to be the right workout split for you. This is just personally what's been working for me for the past few years. And obviously, like, I've had a different job in the past and I've been able to have different routines in that regard. But especially in the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursdays, I let myself have a little bit more grace with that. And if you're always in a place of perfectionism, of it needs to be this way, or I'd rather not even show up, that's where progress completely goes away, because this is all or nothing thing. And when it's all or nothing, that's when you get stuck. That's when you're going to stop seeing progress, because you're not going to be perfect. Your perfect weeks are going to happen. They are. But if you rely on perfection every single time, you are going to fail. So whatever you find fun, genuinely, like, don't do heated hot Pilates if you hate the way that the heat feels and you love to be in a nice air conditioned gym. Don't do running if you know what makes you ravenous and hungry afterward. Don't do Stairmaster if you feel like you're gonna die on your drive home. Do things that feel good to you. Maybe you love Stairmaster. Personally, I'll do it for 5 minutes before my legs just to warm them up, but that isn't my ideal form of cardio. My ideal form of cardio is going for a beautiful walk outside, getting a brisk walk, going on an incline, and that's what's working for me. So feel around with it a little bit. Try out this plan if this seems like something that could fit into your schedule, but ultimately finding something that works for you and your lifestyle should be your main priority. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a good day.